How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video, coming at you with some more Lightning collection. Today we have one that I've been waiting for because they always drop in price, They always drop in price, and I'm always gonna snag them up for way less than retail. We've got Snizzard from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, who also showed up in the Once and Always trailer, which comes out this month in like 15, 16 days, something like that. I'm so excited. But there's a Robo Snizzard, and they also have the Minotaur guy. So Hasbro, you need to make a Minotaur guy as well, so that we have a bunch more monsters. And maybe go ahead and make the Robo versions from the special too, because we all know it's gonna be good. It's right around the corner. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a closer look at the box, and then we'll get this bad boy open. Taking a look at the box, you can see we have Power Rangers Lightning Collection at the top, some artwork on the side. This is the first time I've had a windowless monster figure. And then Mighty Morphin Snizzard down there at the bottom, with of course the picture of the figure. And we turn it to the side, and there is that artwork once again, and it says Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, going all the way down to the side. There's some super sweet artwork of Snizzard. On the back, of course, we get the little markup of what's in the box. So we've got Snizzard, his weapons, some snakes, and an energy effect, and then more figure photography on the back. That's not a render. I think that's the actual figure. I think. Mighty Morphin Snizzard, legal stuff at the bottom. And then on this side, it's in lime green. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Snizzard. Same thing on the top, except it says Lightning Collection. Bottom, just some Garbo. So with all of that being said, let's get this bad boy open. Snizzard. So there was some super extra sticky tape on the side. It was so hard to peel off, but I know my knife round, so I had to peel it. But I want to see if this is new in box, because I got it at a cheaper price. So hopefully everything is in here, and it looks like it is. So yeah, that's cool. It's always nice when you get what you paid for, right? Oh, they got some cords. Oh, I really wish I had my knife right now. Hold on, you guys. So we've got this bag here, and inside the bag are, I'm assuming, yes, well, the tail, which is rubber bendy, which that's nice. Always nice to get a bendy tail. His bow, snake. I guess we'll go over the accessories now. These are kind of rubbery, these snakes, actually. I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of nice. It's like those little toy snakes. They're really long, too. You would get, you know, from the dollar store as a kid to like scare your parents or your siblings or whatever. So that's kind of cool. Tail is rubbery. It's got some nice paint on it. Assuming it just snaps right into the butt of King Snizzard. And then this energy piece, which I'm assuming, because it does it on the artwork, just sits right on top of the crown because it has that crown-shaped peg hole. And then we've got our warped, super warped bow with a snake wrapped around it. I mean, I guess, oof, that arrow is rough. That's one of the problems with plastic free, is if you have a soft piece of plastic like this, it's going to get really messed up. Like, even if I hit this with some heat, maybe it'll pop right back to shape if I do that. But as of right now, it's really warped. But it's still a cool accessory. Like, the snakes on it are cool. They're different colors. It's painted. So always nice when that happens. So there's your accessories for Snizzard. And then here is Snizzard himself popping on out of the bag. Oh, he's so cool. I had toys of most of the monsters as a kid. I was a big scary thing. I'm scared. I like it kid. So I was scared of the monsters. Of course, I had to get the toys of the monsters. I had Snizzard, I had Eyeball Guy, I had basically all the ones that I have now. But yeah, here he is out of the plastic. Let me get his tail on, and we'll look at him on the turntable. Taking a look at King Snizzard, as you can see, he's pretty tall. We've got his bow and arrow in his hands, his snake bow and arrow. As you can see, he's got snakes all over him because he's a giant snake with some pointy teeth. And nice paint details on the back, some striped to show that he's poisonous. And a translucent dorsal fin down there, a crown on his head, and of course we got a bunch of sharp, pokey, pointy teeth, which actually are kind of hurty if you touch them. And then we've got his legs, which are a lighter green, along with his arms, which are snakes, and snakes all over. But these snakes that are sticking off are soft and rubbery, so you don't have to worry about breaking them if he falls off the shelf or something like that. So that's always good. But yeah, it's great to have him because he's always a very cool and memorable villain from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We all remember him. He also had a toy that I had of him when I was a kid, like 1994, 95, something like that. It's a Snizzard toy, and you pressed his back and his mouth opened up, which this one does, but we'll go over articulation for that. Checking out the height of our Snizzard figure, trying to get him as straight as possible. He stands at about 7.5 inches tall to the top of his crown. So he's a big boy, but he's pretty in scale with the other monsters. So we're going to go over the articulation for Snizzard here, starting at the head, and right here at the top of the mouth you can see there's kind of some tilt and wiggle there, but the real articulation in the mouth comes from opening the mouth. As you can see, it opens up wide. There is a hinge down here, and there are some tiny little snakes inside of his mouth that also are on a hinge. So yeah, that's the first part of his articulation, but underneath that we do have a 2-section ball socket. Well, 1 section actually. This is just the opening. So we do get all kinds of movement there. Shoulders come up 90 degrees. We have single elbows, but they do have 90-degree bend both directions. Doesn't really matter. They're snakes. They don't have bones. So ooh. Coming down, legs come up that far, go back that forward, single knees, and of course the sculpt gets in the way, so they only go about that far, but that's pretty far to be honest, if you're asking me. And then coming down, these ankles have 2 sockets. They have one up here and one down here, so you do get a lot of movement there, and they are kind of like, you might have to turn them around because they are kind of loose, at least on mine. So, you know, rockers, forward, backwards, side to side, all that good stuff. And then coming up to his hands, we have snakes, and they are both on up-down hinges. So, oh yeah, and of course, we have his rubbery tail, which is also on a peg, so turns around 90, 360 degrees. So yeah, some wacky articulation, but it totally works for this wacky character. First up for scale and comparison, we have Snizzard with his creator, maker, the monster maker, Finster, and a putty from the Putty Patrol. So you can get a sense of scale of how big these guys are. Instead of being guys in suits, they're actual monsters. So that's okay for action figure purposes. For some more baddie goodness, here he is with Rita Repulsor, the Empress of all evil, and Eye Guy, who barely fits onto the screen because him and Snizzard are both very tall, but that's okay. For a couple of Rangers, here he is with the green and pink Ranger, Tommy and Kimberly. As you can see, he towers over them, so when they're fighting, they'll have a handful because he's a big old snake. Here he is with SH Figuarts, Ultraman and Harley Quinn, who he towers over. He's basically going to be taller than everybody that we show other than Eye Guy. It looks like Brothor has met his match because someone's taller than him. Like I said, Snizzard is a big guy. And here he is with a Stormtrooper and a Storm Shadow. So with all of that being said, you guys, I will say the Lightning Collection King Slizzard was totally worth it because he was totally worth it to me. I love monsters. It's great to have a little nostalgia hit from toys that we had when we were kids, now as adults that are newer and better. That's always great. So awesome to have him. With all that being said, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And also go ahead and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, so you can come back every week for my awesome content. I upload once or twice a week generally. So yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe notification bell so you always know when my content is coming out. And of course, comment down below. Let me know what you think of King Slizzard. If you like waiting for a deal or getting them right when they come out, I got him for like 20 bucks, so 20 something bucks, so that's not bad at all. Let me know how your day is going. Just let me know how you are. I love you guys. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.